Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Shit. Well, what are we bloody doing here? Installing updates. George, how are you today? Installing updates. That's about all we're doing. Well, all these people that are here tonight. Good evening. Good evening. Who's here so far? Who's here? We're just getting ready to start. Scarlett, Hollywood Norwo, Jankin Natkus. So we're having an issue logging on. So we're just going to take some questions. Check out BlackRock, please. Hollywood Norwood. Yeah. Mindy, hello. And how are you today? As you can see, we're having issues getting online. Thinkorswim's having an issue getting online, so we might just call it an early evening meeting. Wish I know how to do what you do. Mindy, it's not that difficult. I'm good. I'm glad you're good. It's not that difficult. It's like buying anything else. Veronica, good evening. Um, Anything else, Mindy? It's like you just get used to it and you do it all again. Suban, how are you today? Oh, wow. Having issues. Are we even? Yeah, we got internet access. I don't know what the hell's going on. Still loading. All right. I don't understand. Okay, Mindy, now I'm pretty sure you understand pretty well enough because it's like shopping. They do updates on servers. Yeah. I know. Every weekend, we just don't know what day it's going to be. Alrighty. Alrighty. Let's get back to where I was. Hold up for a second. All right, Mindy. Hello. And sub. Okay, well, she's loading up. All right, I'm good. Some content thoughts on ORC. As soon as she opens up, we'll figure it out. Okay. Can we look at GTLS? Paul, how are you tonight? GTLS. Now, I've forgotten all about it. It happens every once in a while. I forget that the updates show up. Okay, you don't understand. Actually, you know more than you think. GTLS, we'll take a look at it. Reboot. Yep. Good evening. How are you? Mindy, you're a newbie. Yes, you are. Just keep. Now, Mindy, you've been here for a couple of nights, so just keep coming back. Slowly you'll learn. Rolling Hog on Monday. Me too, Milton. OMG, I'm a huge fan. Yay, Veronica. Cheap keyboard can tell by the sound. Okay, unfortunately, the keyboard came with the computer, so it's not as if I have something separate. But it is what it is, or it could be just the way I'm hitting it. I don't know how to buy. Actually, Mindy, it's not that difficult. I watch you all night and all day. Cool beans. Okay, so Mindy, basically, it's not that difficult. There are different trading platforms that are some are easier than others. What are we looking at? Good vibes. At the moment, we're looking at Advanced Auto Parts. Let's take a look at Advanced Auto Parts. AAP. Okay, so Advanced Auto Parts. Now, not much has changed from yesterday to today, because yesterday, after hours, Paul, Veronica, you should join us in the morning class. Totally worth it. I like that you are chill and vibing. Well, thank you for that very much. I don't know how to buy. SPY. All right, Mr. Guerrera. Mr. Guerrera wants to take a look at Spider and BlackRock. You guys got to be kidding me, really? Okay, I don't like spiders. Let me give you a couple of reasons why I don't like spiders. Number one, it's $577 a share. $577 a share. Not everybody can afford $577 a share of Spider. Now, Spider is one of the few that actually have daily options. Okay, I've never looked at a daily option. I'm not 100% sure I feel comfortable about that, but I'm not quite sure. Anyway, that being said, I don't like spiders, and here's the reason why. I'm going to go over to Yahoo Finance and put spiders. Take a look now. Okay, Zero. Spiders. SPDR. S&P 500. All right. The reason why I don't like it. Uh-oh. I missed a question over here. I'm watching with my sister's phone. That's how I like your videos. My mom took my phone. Well, that kind of makes me wonder, how old are you? I mean, you know what I mean? If you took your sister's phone because your mom took your phone, kind of makes me think that you and your sister still live at home with mom, which makes me think that you might be a little underage. Anyway, I'm retired, so I don't know. You might be. Anyway, so let's take a look at spiders. I want to take a look at the dividends that the spider pays out, because they do pay dividends. They pay dividends every 90 days, just like all the other ones. Look at March, June, September, December. March, June, September, December. March, June, December, September. I'm 12. Holy cow. Well, how are you doing? All right. So let's go all the way back to 2020, and we're going to start counting from there. Now, I want you to pay attention to the numbers and keep a few things in mind. That is great that young people are participating. Yeah, I think it is great. Okay, so, Chiro. I'm fitting the NetWeave sister. Cool beans. All right, so let's take a look at the numbers. Pay attention to what the dividends are and if they increase or if they decrease. Because remember, most of the people that I'm looking to help out are retired folks. That's just like me. I'm retired. I require a consistent, predictable, and safe return on my money. So I need to know, as a retired person, what is my income coming in? Well, let's take a look at spiders. Okay, we're going to start with 2020 because they go way back. They do. Okay, 2020 is at 37 cents. And then it dropped to 35. Well, that's not a good start right there. 37 to 35 to 38 to 41 to 32. Now, this bothers me. It bothers me huge because 41 cents a share, I know it's not a lot, but from 41 cents a share to 32. That's a 9-cent drop. A 9-cent drop on a 41-cent stock. 41-cent dividend. Okay. That is almost a 9. That is almost a 23% drop. 23% drop. Look, from 41 to 32, that's almost 23% drop. Okay, 35, 37, 39, 33. That's a 6-cent drop, which is about a little over 20%. 35 to 38 to 44 to 35. That's another 20% drop. 36, 40, 52, 40, 12 cents. That's another 23, 24%. Yeah, I don't like the non-consistency. Okay, now I don't know about you, but I require I need to know what I'm bringing in on a monthly basis. That's crazy, yeah. So now, if the dividend keeps going up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, what does that tell you? I know what it tells me. It tells me it's not consistent. It's not predictable. It's not consistently profitable. Now, if you're consistently profitable, well, hypothetically, these numbers should go higher and higher and higher and not go backwards, right? But wait, it does get worse. It does. You may find it difficult, but it does get worse than inconsistency. Okay? Right here, we're looking at previous close, 579. The open, 581. The 52-week range before 412, 586. But this is the number I want you to look at. And explain to me in a manner in which you'll think I will understand why you think putting your money into SPY and getting a 1.22% return, okay, not for a week, not for a month, not for a quarter, but for 1 year, 1.22%. That's $1.22 per 100. You heard me, it's crap. 1.22% for the year, and you think SPY is a good place to put your money? Dude, if you got that much money where you could care less about it, that's wonderful. For you. I sure as shit wouldn't do it. Okay, I like 1% per week. 1% per week comes to 50% per year, not 1.2. Sorry, SPY is a no for me. If you like it, more power to you. Now, somebody else wants to look at BlackRock. Why the hell do you want to look at BlackRock? They're just as terrible. Who knows what the ticker symbol for BlackRock is? Is it BLK? Yeah, BLK. All right, number one, $975 a share. Yeah, I don't do BlackRock. Okay, I don't go over 250. It's a little bit out of my price range, or should I say, a lot bit out of my price range. Okay, so at 975, look at where we are. Here's the high. Here's the low. Look at the movement. It goes up, sideways, up. Now it's time for a pullback. At 975, the 975 is barely getting 1%. Okay, fine. But here's the thing. Let's bring BlackRock over to Yahoo Finance and check out some of the numbers. Okay, now, Hollywood Norwood, explain to me. This is the same thing. Like I just said, the zero. Okay, why do you think 2.09% is good? Why? Are you on green screen? No, this is real life. Okay, so why would you invest in BlackRock? You know how much money BlackRock makes. They make shit tons of money. They own almost everything. Do you know why? Because everybody's giving them money, and what are they giving you? They're giving you 2%. 2%. All right, well, let's take a look at the dividends and see how well their dividend increases. Did you cuss? I wouldn't cuss. I wouldn't do that. Okay, so look at historical performance. Okay, now we want to look at dividends only, and we want to look at all the dividends in which they have. Okay, so we're going to go back to 2000. Well, this goes back to 2003, so that's when they start paying. Now let's pay attention and see if they're consistently increasing or not. 20 cents, 25, 30, 42, 67, 78, 138, 150, 168, 130, 193, 218, 229, 250, 288, 313, 330, 363, 413, 488, 510. Damn it. They do. They increase every single year. People should watch this. Is the best I've ever seen. Okay, there you go. So they have been paying out a dividend for 21 years. Okay, and it's consistently increasing. Okay, and it's consistently increasing. Okay, great. So that's a good thing. All right. So now, other than that, other than the crappy rate of return they give you, 2%, okay, other than the crappy rate that they give you, why would you jump into BlackRock? Okay. Now, yeah, it'll be a good opportunity to buy if you have, if you're okay with paying $900 a share. Okay, so here's the bottom here. Here's your top. It's coming down. There's some profit taking. Well, it was at $1,030 a share. Well, now it's down to $974. Okay, I wouldn't do it because I don't like the high price. Yeah, the screen is too bright to see. Sorry, LT. ORC dividends, should I throw 60 in and let it ride? Landon, hold on a second. Before you do that, ORC, this is just my opinion. I'm not going to tell you what to do, but I would feel better after I showed you, see what you think. Number one, I don't like monthly options. Monthly options you can only do once a month. Once a month means 12 times a year. So if you average 1 or 2% per option, you're getting 12 to 24% per year. Okay? 12 to 24% per year. And if you're okay with that, hey, there's nothing wrong with that at all. If it works for you, I'm a firm believer. If it works for you and you're happy, stick with it. I mean, it is actually that simple. If it works for you, if you are happy with what you're getting, more power to you. Now, I don't like monthlies because the numbers just don't work in my favor. I like 1% a week. 1% a month? Yeah, that doesn't work for me. Okay? So ORC is a no for me. IEP. Isn't that Icon? We looked at IEP yesterday. IEP. Yeah, Icon Enterprises. Okay, fine. The options are there. The chart is there. But what's not there? Well, let's take a look. IEP. Now, we went over this yesterday. Okay? I want you to pay very close attention to the dividends. Okay? Watch the dividends. Now, they've been paying since 2005. Well, that's 19 years. So some people might say, okay, 19 years is enough. Let's let it slide. But before you jump to conclusions and before you jump the gun, let's take a look at the numbers and then ask yourself if it makes sense. So 19 years ago, we're at 10 cents. So pay attention to the dates and the numbers. 2005, it's 10 cents. 2006, it's 10 cents. Well, they did an increase. Okay, well, we'll give them a little bit of break for first year. Okay, 2007, it's 15. 2008, it's 24. 2009, it's 24. 2010, it's 24. 3 years in a row and no increases. Okay? Okay, Cyril, I'm glad you saw that. This one right here, IEP, Icon Enterprises. Yeah, 3 years in a row, no increases. That makes me a little queasy. But wait, it gets worse. Seriously, it does. Okay, so you got 3 years, no increases. Now we're in 2011. It goes from 24 to 10 cents. 24 to 10. That is a 65% decrease. Why the hell would anybody put their money into a company that's a 65% decrease? But wait, it gets worse. Isn't that weird? It gets worse. Down to $1.25, $1.50, $1.50. Wait. $1.50, 2014. $1.50, 2015. $1.50, 2016. $1.50, 2017. That's 4 years of no increases. Okay? So in the first 10 years, it's 3 years, no increases. Now we got 4 years of no increases. Okay, so now we're at 2018, we're at $1.75. Cool. 2019, we're at $2. Okay, 2020, we're at $2. 2021, we're at $2. 2022, we're at $2. Well, there's another 4 years of no increases. So how can you possibly say this is a good place? But wait, believe it or not, it gets worse. It does. So 2022, you're at $2. 2023, they just decreased it by 50%. They cut the dividend in half. Okay, 2024, it's still at $1. Okay, so the first 5 years, no increases 3 years in a row. Okay, next 10 years, no increases 4 years in a row. Okay, and then we get into the 2020s, and then no dividend increases for another 4 years. And then they cut the dividends in half. Explain to me in a manner in which I'll understand why you possibly think that IEP, Icon Enterprises, is a good bet. I have no idea what you're thinking. Landon Gray, I'm selling everything I have, moving to Japan with my family. I should have roughly 240. Cool beans. And where should I put it for monthly income? Okay, Landon, I don't do monthly income. I do weekly income. Brad, how are you doing today? How about Altria? We looked at Altria last night. Okay, but yeah, Landon, I think it's a great idea moving to Japan. Japan is great culture, a lot of respect over there. Okay, so you can always drop me your number. I can give you a call. We can talk about it. So Ciro Guerrero, yeah, no consistency. Yeah, I like that one. Uh-oh, where do we move off? Can't see the screen. Brightness is off. Sorry about that. Savings account pays 4%. Yeah, that's per year. 4% per year. I get 1% per week. Huge difference between 4% and 52%. But you can put your money where you want. Yes, Landon, I am saying 1% per week. 1% per week is 52% per year. Compounded is 62% per year. But who knows he doesn't respond to TikTok chat? Landon Gray, I'm actually responding to your chat right now. Now you got to remember, I got 7 channels going. Oh, maybe you don't know because you're new here. So I got a channel over here. Okay. Instagram is over there. Facebook is right there. Twitter is right there. TikTok is right here. YouTube is right there. Another TikTok channel right there. And another YouTube channel down there. So I got 7 screens going at one time. It's not that I'm not paying attention to what's going on. It's just that I have information over here information over here, information down there, and I can't answer them all at once. So when you say he doesn't respond to TikTok chat, yes, I do. It just takes me a while to get there. Okay. I can't read Chavda. I can't read that name, dude. Ramji, is that Ranji? Ranjit Chavda. Okay, Ranjit Chavda. What about Coca-Cola? Okay. Wait a second. Let's finish up with Altria first, because somebody asked about Altria. Hold that thought. Hey, it's Hakuna Matata. He's here. Good evening, sir. How many millionaires are we creating today? Hope your disciples are taking notes. I hope they're taking notes too. But anyway, let's take a look at Altria first. Then we'll take a look at Coca-Cola. Okay, so Altria, M-O. There's the high. Here's the low. Here's where it was. Here's where it is. Look at the movement. Up, down, up, down, up, down. We're currently at 41.70. So the closest strike price to 49.70 is going to be the 50. Okay, that's the closest. Okay, so the 50 is selling for 62 cents a share. Now that's over 1%. What is it exactly? Well, let's figure it out. Break out our calculator. The profit on the 50 is 62 cents a share. Divide that by how much the stock cost, 49.70. 49.70 gives you a grand total of 1.2%. So actually 1.25. That's 1.25. That's 1.25% for 1 week. So you multiply that out by the year by 52. What do you get? You get about, I'd say somewhere in the 70s, 65. Okay, so it's 65% a year. Well, that's not that bad if you think about it. Mindy, that's why I don't invest in BlackRock. Well, good for you. Mindy, I really hope you pay attention to whatever it is you're investing in, because you got to put your money somewhere. Okay? Unless you are going to rely on someone else to take care of you for the rest of your life, okay, big mistake. Okay, you should always have a backup plan somewhere. All right? So, you always got to pay attention where you're putting your money. What is your rate of return? What is your risk? Are you susceptible to a possible loss? These things are very important. Okay, when you get to a certain age, well, I'm 60 at the moment. So I retired November. So next month, it will be a whole year for me. And it is an interesting year. It really is. It's kind of a different scenario. You wake up and you do whatever you feel like doing, and I don't have to answer to anyone. The strangest thing about being retired, okay, is the feeling that I should be doing something. I feel like I should be doing something, but I have no job. I have no one to answer to. I just sit back and I relax and I feel guilty for not doing something. Weird. Anyway. Linda Gray, he responds in a delayed, it's like 5 minutes. Yeah, sorry. That's why I don't invest in BlackRock. Cool. Still like Kohl's and Macy's? Sure do, Sean. Altria. Altria is not a monthly. Altria is a weekly. Luke. Weekly, look. 1 November 24. That is this coming Friday. 8 November 24. Let's move this over to 8. Here we go. See, 1 November, that's this Friday. 8 November, that's 2 Fridays. 15 November, that's 3 Fridays. 22 November, that's 4 Fridays. 5 Fridays, 6 Fridays, 7 Fridays. Every single Friday. This is a weekly option. This is not a monthly. I like Altria. Altria is actually a dividend king. They have been in business for over 100 years. They have increased their dividends to the shareholders for more than 5 decades. I like the word 5. Okay. Why aren't we talking Chevron? Well, Ricky Van, you just got here, so you got to take your time. I will get to, what is that? Chevron in a little bit. So we got Altria, Kohl's, Macy's, and then Chevron. Sit, chill, relax. We'll get there. So, hi, hello. Where was it? Where is it? All right, where you did this? Where you did all that? let's take a look at the numbers, see what it looks like. A year ago was the bottom. That was 39.14. We have a top right here. Whoops, let's move this over. Okay, we have a top right there. That was second week of September. From there, she drops, retrace, blah, 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 blah. Let's look at the last 30 days. Now, why do I want to look at the last 30 days? Well, that gives me an idea of where it's going next. Okay, your 30-day high, 51.42, drops sideways. Here's the bottom right here last Friday. Not yesterday, last Friday. All week this week, up and to the side, we're sitting at 49.71. Okay, fine. What does a stock normally do this time of year? Normally, this time of year, well, we use a seasonality chart for that. All the way over to the left is January 1st. All the way to the right is December 31st. Let's move this over a little bit so you get a better view. There you go. Now, the blue line represents this year. This year's movement. This little blue dot, well, that was yesterday. That was Friday. Now, the red line represents 10 years worth of movement. How has the stock moved consistently over the last 10 years? Well, look at where we are right here. So I'm going to put a cursor there, and I want to highlight just that area. From here over. Okay, so here we are right now. Okay, it's pretty clear to see this thing's going to drop for about another week before she goes up. Now, that's not guaranteed. That's just what it has done over the last 10 years. Granted, this year's a little bit different than the last 9 or 10 years. But still, this is what the company usually does. Drops and then goes back up. So, Altria, I would think about waiting a little bit before I jumped into that one. As a matter of fact, I have it circled to take a look at next week. Alrighty, Sean wants to take a look at Kohl's. Kohl's is KSS. Here we go. Easy breezy. Check it out. High, low. Where was it? Where is it? Look at the movement. Up, sideways, down, sideways. We're at 1904 at this moment in time. Okay, a year ago we are at 2219. The high of the year was the end of March. That was just a couple of months ago. Albert, how are you doing today? I started to trade group on Patreon. Cool. For your information, the email link on your website shows a generic email address that does not work. All right, Albert, let me know if you want me to call you tonight after the show or tomorrow on Monday. Okay, because I always like, calling and welcoming all the new subscribers. So if you want, let me know and I'll give you a buzz. DM me your phone number and I'll give you a buzz. All right, so where was I? Oh, so here's the high right here, 2960. That was towards the end of March. Okay, from the end of March, she just drops. Here's the bottom right here on the 20th of September. Right there. The 23rd of September is the bottom of the year. Okay, that was just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 weeks ago. But look at the movement 5 weeks ago. Down, okay, 30-day bottom, up, 30-day high, down, up, down. Well, it looks, now this is not guaranteed in any way, but it looks as if she should come down just a little bit more, or could Thursday be the 30-day bottom, not new 30-day bottom, but a new bottom. Here's the top, drops down to here. Friday ended up just a little bit higher than Thursday's bottom. So I'm kind of curious what's going to happen on Monday. Now, is Monday going to be an indicator, on the upside saying, hey, it's time to jump in? Or is it going to keep coming down? Because we got our bottom way down here. I don't know. We'll find out on Monday. Kind of interesting. Kind of exciting. All right, anyway. So currently you're at 1904. Okay, so the 19s are going for 51 cents a share. That's crazy. Let's do a quick trade just for the fun of it. Okay, well, first thing we're going to do, we're going to change this to covered calls because I like covered calls, and the reason I like covered calls is they're one of the safest trading strategies there is. Now, if you know when a stock is going to move, then you have several ways of figuring out how a stock or where the stock is going to go. Well, there's always price action or charting by looking at the highs, the lows, where it moves. That's one way of looking at it. Another way of looking at it is, well, what's happening inside the company that is predictable? Earnings, dividends, seasonality. Okay, certain times of year stocks react a certain way. Okay, fine. So if the price action looks good, so we're bouncing off of a 30-day bottom or a bottom going to the upside, great. I want to jump in, get my 1% and get on out. So let's take a look at this. Now we're going to be talking about Chevron in a little bit. Just cool your jets. Holy cow, I got 30 more questions. All right, so I like the 19s. The 19s right here. Let's just take a look at 100 shares. 100 shares at the market at the open on Monday. This is what it sounds like. Are you ready? Buy one covered call of Kohl's, KSS 100s. Those are the weeklies. 1 November 24. That's this coming Friday. That means the option that I am selling to someone else is going to expire at 4 o'clock on Friday afternoon. Okay, so if I buy it first thing Monday morning, because once I hit the send button, this goes to the market maker and it just sits there and waits for the market maker to open and fill it. Once he does, I'm going to buy the stock and sell the covered call at the exact same time. I already know what I am going to make. I'm not buying it and waiting for it to move. No, I want to pre-sell it as I'm buying it. I want to buy it and sell it at the exact same time. That's what a covered call allows you to do. So if I'm buying it at 19.15, Orlando. Uh-oh. Can you give me 5 safe monthly dividend paying ETFs? Thanks. I don't really do ETFs. Sorry. Something about the Terminator, something about AI killing all humanity in the future kind of makes me a little uncomfortable with electronically traded funds. It's like you're giving your money to a computer to trade for you. Yeah, sorry. I don't follow those. I just don't. But I do understand that a lot of people don't have the time or the desire to do their own investing. Fine. In that case, an ETF might be good for you. I don't know. All right, let me finish up. As I was saying, I'm buying the stock and I'm selling the stock at the same time through a covered call. It's a very safe strategy. So if I'm buying it for 19.15 and I'm selling it at 19, well, aren't I losing 15 cents? Well, yeah, I am, but that comes off of the profit. Okay, well, I'll explain that in a minute. So I'm making $48.50 per contract. So one contract is 100 shares. Okay, so you buy 100 shares of stock, you can sell one contract. Okay, 2 contracts, 200 shares. 5 contracts, 500 shares, so on and so forth. But the profit, remember I told you I want simple, safe, predictable, and consistent returns? Well, I already know what I'm making off of this trade. One contract, buying 100 shares, selling one contract, I'm making $48 per share. Sorry, $48 per contract. It's not huge, but the thing is, I'm not looking for huge. I'm looking for simple, safe, predictable, consistent, and no way to lose. That's my favorite. Okay, so I'm making $48.50 per contract. And how much is 100 shares costing me? 1,852. Okay, so divided by 1,852. That gives me a grand total of, did you see this? 2.6% for 1 week. Okay, so what has to happen? Well, as long as the stock stays above 19 by Friday, which is how many days away? That's like 6 or 7 days away. No, 6 days away. This coming Friday. As long as she stays above 19, I'm getting all my money back, which means someone is buying it from me at 19. Okay, I bought it at 19.15 and I'm selling it at 19. Why is that? Well, here we go. Let's get out of this. Let's get out of that. Let's get out of this. Okay. So take a look. If the movement is here, down, up, down, up, down, we are looking for a new bottom. Okay, after the profits are being done. Okay, because when you take profits, well, you take them until you're done. Okay, as we take profits, the stock price drops. Look, it dropped here. It's dropping again here. Now look, Thursday is a bottom. Friday was a little bit higher. Well, what usually happens with the bottom? Well, look at this one. Here's a bottom, 1 day up, 2 days up, pull back, but then she starts going up. Same over here. Look, here's your bottom, 1 day up, 2 days up, starts going up. I like 2 days to the upside. Well, we already have one Friday. If we have another one on Monday, it's a great invitation. Okay. However, if I'm buying it at 19.15, I'm selling at 19, I got to take that 15 cents off of this profit, which is 51. Okay, now that's 36 cents. So if I'm walking away with 36 cents per share, that's still 2%. Okay, 2% a week is over 100% a year. I love 2% a week. Do I get 2% a week all the time? No, I average 1% a week. That means sometimes I make 3 or 4%, sometimes I don't make 1%. Okay, it all evens out. All right, next on the list, Macy's. Macy's. All right, Macy's. High, low, where was it? Where is it? Look at the movement. Up, sideways, down, sideways, 1543, the 1550s, 27 cents, well over 1%. Why do I like Macy's? Macy's been around for over 100 years. I'm sure you heard of them. Macy's New Year's Parade, Macy's Valentine's Day Parade, Macy's Easter Parade, Macy's Halloween Parade, Macy's Thanksgiving Parade, Macy's Christmas Parade, Macy's Bar Mitzvah Parade. Macy's has a parade for everything. Every single year they stop traffic in New York City and they just do a parade just for the fun of it. Anyway, Macy's. So the bottom of the year was 1062. That was about a year ago. Topped out at 22.13. That was in the middle of March. She drops down. Look at the last couple of months. Okay, she drops up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. Well, where's she going next? There's a bottom here, 1 day, 2 days to the upside. Okay, is it guaranteed? No, nothing's guaranteed in life except for death and taxes. But down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. It's like a clock. Tick tock, up, down, up, down, up, down. You know, same thing. But here's the thing. You ask yourself a couple of questions. Question number 1, does it make sense? Question number 2, do I like Macy's? Question number 3, do I want to own Macy's at this price for however long it takes for me to collect dividends, collect a consistent cash flow coming in from the options, and how long do I have to hold on to it before it hits my target? It might hit my target by Friday, and I might be out within 4 or 5 days. I don't know, but it's what it looks like. Okay, there's the 30-day high. She drops down 2 days to the upside. That could be the beginning of a turnaround to go back up again. I don't know, and we don't know until the day comes. Okay, Trader Kev, how are you doing, Trader Kev? So Ricky Van, let's see if I can answer your question. Why aren't we talking Chevron? Well, we're not talking Chevron because we were talking Kohl's. Then we were talking Macy's. Now we're going to talk Chevron. Dennis Mancini is here. Dennis, how you doing? Okay, so look at Chevron. CVX. Chevron. Here we go. So, high, low, where was it? Where is it? What's the direction? Up, down, 152. The 152.50s are going for 191. That's nicely over 1%. Okay. Let's check the chart. Is it the right time to buy? Now, just because the numbers look good, well, that's only half the equation. Well, I should say that's 1/3 of the equation. So let's hear it. 1/3 of the equation. Well, do the numbers work? Is the chart telling me it's the right time? And the third one is, do I want to buy it and hold on to it if I have to? That's a very important question. All right, so let's take a look at the chart to see if it's the right time. A year ago, we are at 153. We topped out 167.18 on the end of April. Look at the bottom right here. Ooh, September 11th is the bottom. So look what happened. Up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. So it's going to the upside at the moment, but it's not going that high because look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 times this thing hit 152 and didn't go any higher. So what do you think? Do you think 152 is the top? It very well could be, because look where the bottom is. The bottom was way down here, 136. And 6 times, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Sorry, 8 times. It's challenging that 152 and just not going over it. So the question is, do I like it? Yes, I like it. Do I like it at this moment in time? No, it's too close to the high for me. Even though it went up and pulled back and you get 2 days of the upside, well, it's still a little too high for me. Sorry. But seasonality, what does it normally do this time of year? Well, this time of year, okay, you should go sideways for about a week, go up, down, up, down, up. So it's a nice tilt to the upside over the next 3 to 5 weeks. So here's 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks. So for the next 4 or 5 weeks, she should be going up slowly. But that's if you like Chevron. Okay, so let's keep on going on. Hey, Trader Kev wants to take a look at Newmont. NEM. NEM. NEM, help me, NEM. NEM, help me. I'll get you, my pretty NEM. Ooh, what the heck happened here? What happened here? Look at this. High, low, is. What's the direction? Up, down, up. Big drop. 2 days ago. Big drop. I want to find out what's going on there. So we're currently at 48.75. The closest one is going to be the 49. That's going for 59. That's 1%. But here's the thing. Why did it make that big drop? Now let's take a look at it. A year ago, we're at 37.19. We bottomed out at the end of February at 29.42. Look at the last 30 days. Okay, here's the last 30 days. Down, up, down. Okay, 1 gap, 2 gaps. Here's a bottom. So not quite time to buy yet. Now, why do I mean not quite time to buy yet? Well, Thursday could have been the bottom, but no. Friday, she gapped lower and went down even lower. Well, until she turns around, goes back up, that's a good time to jump in. NEM had burn earnings, hence the dip. Yep, I get it. It makes sense. But here's another question for you. Just because the earnings were bad, do you think the CEO is going to call up the regional managers and say, hey, the earnings were bad, let's start laying off people? No, it usually doesn't work that way. Earnings are bad, dude. What are you going to do to pump up your numbers? That's the way it usually goes. Stoned. What about RITM? Oh, so anyway, I want to write NEM down and take a look at it next week, just to keep an eye on it. Okay. NEM. on the list. Uh-oh, missed that question. Luke, CEO call politicians before the stock goes up. Probably. Probably. All right, so what are we doing next? RITM. That's not a no. ITM. Yeah, that's a no. Look at it. Monthly option. I don't do monthly options, and the reason why I don't do monthly options, well, number one, the numbers never work. Okay? Number two, where is it going to be in 4 weeks from today? I have a hard enough time trying to figure out where it's going to be in the next 5 or 10 days. Okay, look. 1 week, 2 week, 3 week, 4 weeks. Okay, great. She drops, goes up, drops again. Now, tell me where it's going to be in 4 weeks. I can give you an idea where it's going to be in 5 days. Well, because here's the bottom here, 2 days the upside. It's going to be somewhere around probably the 107, 108 area by next Friday. Okay, fine. So what is the 108, 105 selling for? 10.50. The 10s are going for 60 cents. The 11s are going for 5 cents. Yeah. Okay. If I'm buying it at $10.57 and I sell some of the rights to buy it from me at $10, well, I'm losing 57 cents right off the top, which means I'm walking away with 3 cents. Now, 3 cents on a $10 stock, that's 1/3%. 1/3. And it's not 1/3 for 1 week, it's 1/3 for 4 weeks. So now I got to divide 1/3 into 4. Well, what am I getting now? Well, 1/12. Okay, 1/12. That's horrible. The 0.012. That's horrible. Yeah, no thanks. I don't do monthlies. The numbers just don't work. Okay, sorry. That's a no. I rolled AT&T, caught the dividend and the capital gain after taxes, after EX date. Cool beans. Orlando James, do you sell cash secured puts? Yes, I do, but I don't do it here. Here I teach one strategy and only one strategy. Okay, I want people to be able to understand the simplicity of it. Okay? Once you understand the simplicity of it, then you can branch out onto something else. My hopes are you guys join us in the live training group, because if I show you how to make 50% per year, well, then it might be worth your while to join with us to see what I have up my sleeve that I'm not sharing with you guys. Dennis Mancini wants to take a look at General Electric. GE. Okay, so General Electric, high, low that's the direction up, sideways up, and then pulled back. 78.89, the closest one's going to be the 179 on the 180, $2. Okay, that's over 1%. Yeah, buddy. I'd do the 177.50s. It's a safer bet. Okay, now the 180, if it hits 180, well, it has to go up $1.19 to hit that target. Well, the 177.50, it doesn't have to do anything; it just stays right where it is, and you still get over 1%. Okay, if I like GE Aerospace, GE. Okay, so bottom a year ago, 83.89. The high was last week at 194.80. Had a big drop on Tuesday. Is that Tuesday? Yeah, big drop on Tuesday. Here's the 30-day bottom right there. Wednesday was up. Thursday was up. Friday was down. So I'm a little iffy about that. I want to see it actually stop and turn around. Is one down day. Two, yeah, no. I want to wait for it to recover a little bit more. Albert wants to take a look at Albemarle. ALB. Albert, give me a minute. We'll take a look at that one. Dennis, Noble? Really? NOBL? I've never heard of it. Now, Dennis, you've been here long enough. When I say I never heard of something, it's usually going to be a no. And guess what? I didn't disappoint. NOBL's a no. Sorry, dude. I don't do monthlies. The numbers just don't work for me. Okay, if you like it, more power to you. Okay, I never try to dissuade someone from buying something. Okay, user 3627, yeah, whatever. Glad, that's going to be a no. Isn't Glad a monthly? It is, it's a no. All right, Coca-Cola's old school Hollywood, you're right, it is. Can you please look up Exxon Mobil going sidey forever? Grab some XL MOTL. Okay, what? Dude, I have no idea what all that means. Let's see if we can take it one step at a time. Okay? One step at a time. 100 Media. Grab some MSTX. No. CONL. No. TSL. No. TSLL. No. CSPS. No. Everything you name to me is no, because it just doesn't fit in the parameter, which means they don't have 20 years of dividend increases, which means they're not consistently profitable. When I say consistently profitable, I mean 20 years of consistent profits. Any company can do great the first 5 or 10 years. It's not that difficult. But you get up to 20 years and have consistent profits every single year. 20, yeah. So all those you just rattled off are all no, 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 and hell no. Sorry. ALB, Abelmal. ALB, Abelmal. Here we go. Okay, here's the high, 152. Here's the bottom, what is that, 72? Okay, here's where it was, here's where it is. Sideways down and up, we're at 94.20. Actually, we should be at the 94s, because the last trade was 93.51. So at the 94s, that's 230. Oh, well, look at the numbers. One strikeout, over 2%. Two strikes out, almost 2%. Three strikes out, 1.5%. Four strikes out, over 1%. I love those numbers. Those are cool. Anyway, a year ago, we were at 136. We topped out at the end of the year at 154. Bottom of the year, the 18th of August, and that was 71.97. Look at the movement since then. Up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. Where do you think it's going to go next? I mean, think about it. Nice. If you're thinking a stock is going to come to your house, wash your dishes, take the dog out for a walk, rake the leaves, and trim the hedges, you're sadly mistaken. Stocks go up, stocks go down. Stocks go up, stocks go down. They do not do anything else. There's no little notation. No, wait a second. We had to go to Bill's house and rake his leaves. No. They go up, they go down. That's it. Okay? Up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. Now she should be, not guaranteed, but should be turning around to go up. I like to find the bottom. Well, the bottom was Tuesday. Okay? Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Still higher than Tuesday's bottom, but not moving up, just going sideways. It's deciding whether or not it should go up. All right. Old school, Coke. Amy, can you please look up Exxon Mobil? Sure, we'll take a look at Exxon Mobil. Hold on a second. I'm missing all these questions. I feel bad about it. Okay, Amy, Exxon Mobil. Here we go. XOM. Interesting. First thing I want to see, high, low, was, is, what's the direction? Down, up, sideways, down, up, down, 120.47. The 120 is going for 172. Take the 47 cents off there. I'm still walking away with over 1%. Okay, great. Let's take a closer look at those numbers. Okay, a year ago, 107. Bottomed out in January, mid-January, 95.50. Tops off a couple of weeks ago on the 7th, 3 weeks ago on the 7th, 126.34. Okay, up, down, up, down, up, down. It's It's not going down. It's sliding down slowly. Okay, not huge. Not like there, there. It's just sliding down slowly. So it's at 119.49. I would wait for it to actually have a couple of days to the upside. Now, Thursday was a bottom. Friday was a little higher. Well, let's see what Monday brings. Okay, I'm going to write ExxonMobil down and see what it does Monday. XOM. All right, it's written down. TX100 Media. Yep, Landon Gray, if you want to talk, just send me a DM and I will give you a buzz. All right, so Amy, we took a look at ExxonMobil. Okay, Dennis Mancini wants to take a look at Target, TGT. Interesting. Okay, here's the bottom. Up, down, up, sideways. 151, the 152s are going for 160. Okay, I'm a little leery about Target because they had, 4 black swans last year? If you don't know what a black swan is, here it is. Here's 1, here's 2, here's 3, here's 4. That's big move that comes out of nowhere. Okay? Okay, so the bottom of the year for Target was last year at 106. The top of the year was 181. Okay, and that was beginning of April. All right, last 30 days. Last 30 days. Down, up, down, up, down. Now she's going back up again. All right, fine. Do you like Target? Do you want to own Target at this current price? Well, because at 151, you can do the 152s, get over 1%, or you can do the 150s. And walk away with over 1%. It's a safer bet. See, the 150 is a safer bet, but the 152.50 is a higher profit. Mickey wants to take a look at Starbucks. Hi, where can I find your guide to do this? Trying to set up something for my mom. Cool beans. YouTube. Okay, the video, the screen you're looking at here is live on YouTube. That means you get to see everything on either your big screen TV, if you have YouTube on your phone, not on your phone. If you have access to YouTube on your cable channels. A lot of cable companies now are offering YouTube. Okay. Now, on that, you will see what I do every single night, all the way back to January. Okay, so every single night. I've only missed 5 nights. 3 of them were because of the hurricane. Okay, which, if you didn't know, I'm smack dab in Hurricane Alley. When the eye of the hurricane went right over my house. Well, it was a big eye, but it is what it is. Alrighty. Landon Gray, you already GM. Okay, great. Thanks, Jacob. That's funny. Coca-Cola. Yep, we already looked at Coca-Cola tonight. What's the system to make 1% a week? NorCal 51. Okay. That's a serious setup. Love it. Well, thank you kindly. Let's all... That's a lot of cams. Yes, it is. AMD. Ooh, Archer Daniels. Okay. So let me answer the question for NorCal. NorCal 51. What is it? Well, back in 2008. Are you in Texas? No. I'm in St. Petersburg, Florida. Remember last week, or 2 weeks ago, hurricane came through. Okay. The hurricane went right through St. Petersburg, made a huge mess. Yeah. So I missed 3 days, no water, no electricity, no internet, no telephone. 3 days. Didn't bother me a bit. But there are other people that got worse off. I mean, I was prepared. I had everything I needed. I was ready to meet my maker. I made my peace, all the kind of nice, neat, fun stuff. The reason I didn't evacuate because my children refused to leave and leave their pets. They don't have pets. They have a freaking zoo. Who has 5 dogs and 6 cats and snakes and lizards and fish and they have a freaking zoo. Anyway, besides the point. So the kids weren't leaving, so I wasn't leaving. It is what it is. All right, so okay, so as I was saying, where did the system come from? Where did the strategy come from? Well, in 2008, when my daughter was 9 years old, she jumped up in my lap and said, "Daddy, can you teach me to do what you're doing?" I said, "Sure." So in order, sorry, this is my, what do you call it? My social media, YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, podcast, LinkedIn, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, look, books by James. James has written 14 books, which is kind of funny because book number 14, I finished it in February and I still don't have it available online yet. I have no idea why I'm procrastinating, but I am, and I admit it. Was in Sarasota Siesta Key last spring for the first time. So beautiful. Dennis, yes, it is. That's why I live here. Anyway, so we're going to YouTube. YouTube, here we go. And videos, and oldest video. And here we go. This is everyone's favorite.
Which my dad doesn't like me calling it that, but I do. Hi, I'm Jace, and as you being part of my internet website club thingy, which my dad doesn't like me calling it that, but I do. Being part of that, you're going to be getting weekly lists of stocks and hobby trading, and every month you'll be getting 20 days in February. Over 21 days. That means every single day you can buy a different stock. Every single day there's a different company putting out.
Here comes my favorite part. Every time I see that, I laugh. Yeah, that was me 12 years ago. I had more here. Sorry for not being on a long time. That's okay. You don't have to be on long. So as I was saying, that was me 12 years ago. Basically saying the exact same things. I believe that, if it's a good strategy, it shouldn't change at all. If you go to my YouTube, you'll see there's about 300 videos that I've been making ever since, I think it was 2012. Yep, really. So in 2008, when my daughter was 9, she jumped up in my lap and said, "Daddy, can you teach me to do what you're doing?" Great, not a problem. Wonderful. I get to spend time with my daughter. It would be great. However, how do I create something for a 9-year-old? Number one, it has got to be simple. It has got to be safe. It has got to be predictable, consistent, and no way to lose. Grady, today my pet rock flew off the overpass and never see it again. Oh, that's a bummer. Luke, I'm not jumping on your lap. Damn it, Luke, and I was looking forward to it. As I was saying, my daughter asked me to teach her, so it had to be simple, safe, predictable, consistent, and no way for her to lose. We all know a 9-year-old loses money, she's going to cry, I'm going to feel like crap. Mama gets involved, I'm sleeping on the couch, I'm in the doghouse for a while. Yeah, no thanks. It has to be simple, safe, predictable, and consistent with no way to lose. Okay? So, 5 rules. I made this for a 9-year-old. What I am finding is adults, you people, have a tendency to make it more complicated. Okay? Rule number 1, never buy something you do not understand. Always buy it as if, same here, I got a 9-year-old daughter jumping on my lap, asking me to teach her, I trade stocks and futures. Cool beans. Okay, so you're in the same position I'm in. You got to come up with a trading strategy that's simple for her to understand. Okay, so rule number 1, if you don't understand a stock, if you don't know what they do, if you don't want to buy it and hold on to it for a long period of time, don't buy it. Never buy something you don't want to hold on to. Okay? Never buy it if you don't understand it. If you don't understand it, don't buy it. Rule number 2, never sell at a loss. It defeats the purpose of the whole game. Rule number 3, make sure the company is consistently profitable. Rule 4, weekly options. Consistent weekly options. And make sure the numbers work. AGNC Hold on, we'll write that one down. AGNC. All right, so simple, right? Simple, safe, predictable, consistent, no way to lose. 1% per week. That is the goal. So define the stocks that you want to invest in. I like the Dividend Kings. 54 companies that have increased their dividends for more than 5 decades. Dividend Aristocrats. 65 or 67 companies that have increased their dividends consistently for 25 years. Dividend Champions, 150 companies that have increased their dividends for 25 years. Okay? Dividend Contenders, consistently increasing their dividends from 10 to 24 years. Veronica, I'm live every single night, 9 p.m. until 11:30. Okay, I turn into a pumpkin at 11:45, so I have to be off by then. It was nice seeing you, nice chatting with you. Have a nice night. So, that being said, oh, wait a second. Hold on a second. Warren Buffett's list, 2024, another big fat chunk of stocks. So, if you take a look at that 5 list I just gave you, Kings, Aristocrats, Champions, Contenders, Warren Buffett's list, those 5 lists should give you about 300 companies that have consistently increased their dividends. So what do you do with those 300 companies? Well, simple. You put them into the calendar. Okay, all these little green dots represent all the companies that have increased their dividends and consistently pay out dividends. And these are the dates in which they pay their dividends. So there are 266 trading days in a year. 4 quarters: January, February, March, first quarter. April, May, June, second quarter. July, September, October, July, August, September, third quarter. October, November, December, fourth quarter. So most of these companies here in these blue green dots, they pay a dividend every 90 days. So 1 quarter has 13 weeks. 13 weeks, 1 through 13. So if I'm looking at 300 companies, I get 13 weeks per quarter. Because the funny thing is, okay, the first week of the first quarter looks the exact same as the first week of the second quarter, which coincidentally looks the exact same as the first week of the third quarter and the fourth quarter. So every week, every 90 days, the list starts over from the beginning. So if I have 300 stocks, 1 to 300, okay, the first week of the quarter, we start with number 1. Week number 13, the last week of the quarter, well, that's number 300. So what happens then? Well, it starts back over again. So it goes 1 to 300, 1 to 300, 1 to 300, 1 to 300, so on and so forth. And it's repetitive. It's the same thing. Quarter after quarter after quarter. We're always looking at the same stocks over and over and over again. Let's take a look at Warren Buffett's list. Mandalese, U.S. Bank, Bank Mellon, MasterCard, Visa, Verizon, American Express, Bristol Myers Squibb, Globe Life, MMC. What the heck is MMC? That must be a new one. Marsh and McClelland. Okay, kind of curious why Warren bought that one, but it is what it is. The man's not camera shy. That's funny. I love the setup. Cool beans. That's a lot of cams. Yes, it is. AMD, Archer Daniels. Ooh, that's a good company, but I'm not 100% sure it fits. AMD. Wait a minute. ADM is Archer Daniels. AMD is Advanced Micro Devices. Oh, silly me. That's my fault. ADM, AMD. I see where you can get the mix up. AMD. Advanced Micro Divisions. There are no dividends in this time period. Okay, AMD is going to be a no because I don't like companies that don't have dividends. And the reason being, because there's only two reasons the stock moves. One is a known reason, one is an unknown reason. An unknown reason, an act of Mother Nature. Oh, I heard it say the other day, Mother Nature's dark sense of humor. What do you want to call it? Mother Nature's dark sense of humor. Well, the world has been in turmoil ever since the world began, and we're just, I'm trying to think of the right word. We're so arrogant, we think that everything should go in our favor. Okay, well, yeah, hurricanes, tornadoes, thunderstorms, earthquakes, they've been happening long since man has ever been on the planet. Were we so arrogant to think that we can control Mother Nature, that we should be at, or she should be at our mercy? No, it's her planet. She's going to be here long after we're gone. Anyway, yeah, I heard it said is Mother Nature's dark sense of humor. Anyway, yeah, so that's an unknown event because they happen whenever they happen, okay? You can't do anything about it. But a known reason, well, those are earnings. Those are dividends. Those are seasonality. Those are events that you can plan for. So it makes it easier when you can plan for something or when you just shooting from the hip, okay? Because an unknown event can create havoc on a company. Take a look at the Exxon Valdez. Remember that fiasco? What was it, 20 years ago nowadays? 30 years ago? I forget. The funny thing is, we were listening to some music the other day, and Guns N' Roses comes on, and then someone says to me, what were you doing 30 years ago? What do you mean 30 years? That was a hell of a long time ago. Well, yeah, Guns N' Roses, that song is 30 years old. I said, shit, am I that old already? It is what it is. James, Visa, is it a buy? Orlando, how are you today? Visa, Verizon. First thing I want to see with Verizon, here's the high, here's the low, here's where it was, here's where it is. Look, up, sideways, up, down. We're currently at 41.47. The 41.50s, 34 cents by 37 cents. I don't know about you, but that's less than 1%. If you like Verizon, not a problem. It's a good company. It's been around for a while. It ain't going anywhere. But I'm not going to do it because it's less than 1%. There are too many. Remember I said there's like 300 companies? Well, if this one's not fitting. Now, don't get me wrong. Every once in a while, Verizon does have a good premium. Just not this week. So how long do you hold onto a stock on average? 5 days. 5 days. The Bruners are in the house. Jay, Rich, and Jill. Anyway, it doesn't always work like that. What if you get a sign and the stock goes down? Well, NorCal, that's exactly what happens. Okay, there is no predictability. Okay, you can take a look. You can take a look at how a stock reacts. Look, up, down, 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 up. Okay, is it going to go the way you want it all the time? No. I like to have the odds and probabilities in my favor. Sweetie Swag, thank you. That was very nice of you. Think about it. Nobody knows exactly what's going to happen. There's only one person that has an idea of what's going to happen. That's the market maker. He wakes up in the morning and he says to himself, well, this is what it did for the past couple of days. What do I think it's going to do today? The market maker is the only one who gets to know what the stock is going to open up at in the morning. That's some valuable information. Other than that, it's anyone's guess. But we could take a look at the movement and see if there's any movements that look logical. Okay, up, down, 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 so on and so forth. So here's the thing that I like to look for. I like to have odds and probabilities. If 80% of all options expire worthless, well, I don't want to be a buyer and be in the 20% side. No. I want to be a seller and be on the 80% side. Now, do I care if the stock goes up? I would prefer it does, but does it really matter to me? To me, no, it doesn't, because I'm not buying for cash for stock accumulation. Okay, I'm buying for this number right here, the premium. If the premium's over 1%, well, that makes me want to take a look at it. Then I want to see the chart. Is the chart telling me it's the right time to buy? Well, if it is, I'm going to buy it. What has to happen? Well, the stock has to stay at the price I bought it for or higher. Is the dollar going to hit by the bricks? Well, of course it is. Okay, as all the countries around the world slowly move away from the US dollar, okay, the bricks are going to become more viable choice. Okay, and I believe it was this current administration's downfall about that, because it was within the last 4 years. Actually, it was about a year or so. Actually, it was this year that Saudi Arabia walked away from the petrodollar, and I'm not quite sure if you all know what that means. Okay, the US dollar was the worldwide currency that everybody measured themselves by, until Tricky Dick took it off the gold standard in 71. Well, now everybody's just getting a bunch of IOUs. And, now they're getting fed up with it. What has it been, 60 years since Tricky Dick did that? No, wait a minute, 50 years. 50 years since Tricky Dick took us off the gold standard. And other countries are saying, wait a second, if the U.S. is going to do this to this country, well, what's going to stop them doing it to our country? So now they're all walking away looking for someone else who has the big stick. Well, at this moment in time, China has the big stick. Russia has a big stick. India is rapidly advancing. I don't want to get into politics. Let's stop this. Let's go on to next. So Verizon, I like it. However, the numbers aren't working for this week. Even though the chart looks good, the numbers just not working. Saffron, 1 week, buy on Monday, sell on Friday. That works. Do you watch for certain 1 minute candlestick patterns first thing Monday mornings? Dennis, no, I don't. Okay, I use end of day data. Okay, I try to explain to people, and they just don't understand that I don't sit in front of my computer all day. Okay, I look at 5 or 10 minutes. That's it. I look for, as simple as I show it to you, is exactly how I do it. All right, I look at the calendar first. The first thing I look at, the calendar. All right, what's coming up? Great. Then I throw it chart and the numbers. First thing I want to see is the chart. High, low, where was it? Where is it? What direction is it going? Look, up, down, up. Cool. Abbott Labs, 114.22. 114s are going for 112 to 161. No. Sorry, the numbers just don't look good. It's actually that simple. Well, let's take a look at Macy's. Macy's is usually always a yes. Macy's, first thing. High, low, where was it? Where is it? What's the direction? Up, sideways, down, sideways. 1543, the 1550s are going for 27. That's well over 1%. That's almost a yes. I want to take a look at the 30-day chart. What is that telling me? Well, look what it's telling me. High, low, where was it? Where is it? What's the direction? Up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. See, look, it's going to the upside. Well, great. It's 1543. Well, 1550 is the closest one. And it is over 1%. Very close to 2%. Fine, that works for me. The numbers work, but there's one more thing I want to see before I jump in. And that is the seasonality chart. What does this company normally do this time of year? Now, you can't mistake this for anything else. The blue line represents the movement this year. Okay, fine. The blue dot is where we are right now. So I'm going to click on the blue dot for today's date, and I'm going to show you what it should do for the rest of the year. Okay, well, here we are right now. Well, what do you think that looks like? That's going to jump way up before she comes back down again. So 1, 2, 3. The next 3 weeks, this thing is going to jump way up, and then she's going to pull down a little bit. That works for me. I like Macy's. So yeah, I will probably do Macy's first thing Monday morning. But always look at all the information before you do anything. Okay, and then you have those simple questions. Number one, does this make sense? Number two, do I like this company? Number three, do I want to own this company at this price and hold on to it for however long I have to hold on to it till I hit my target? And then I'll do it every single week. Well, every single week, if I can get 1 or 2% every single week, I'm a happy camper because that's my goal. Safe, predictable, simple, consistent 1% per week. All right, so anyway, let's keep on keeping on. What trading platform do you use? Thinkorswim. If the stock goes down, write another covered call next week, blah, blah, blah. Keep watching, keep paper trading till you learn it. Been working it for the last 3 months. Rude dude, way to go. Trading plan, Thinkorswim. Yep. IEP. Oh, hell no. Now, KC Bruin. Is that right? KC Bruin. Okay, we already looked at IEP earlier. Now, the screen behind me is live on YouTube, which means it is being recorded at this moment in time. If you missed anything, okay, after we're done, you can go back and watch it all over again. Right? I love a good dividend. Larry Ace, woohoo's in the house. Anthony Garcia. We looked at Estee Lauder yesterday. Okay. User 885170586816. Well, I'm gonna call you Oscar, okay? Because that's a weird name you got there. User 88511. Yeah. Anyway, DJT is about to pop. Now, don't get me wrong. I looked at the numbers on DJT on Friday afternoon. Yeah, they look very impressive. However, there's no dividends, no consistency in their profits, and it's purely speculative. So yeah, it could be very profitable. Anthony, Whirlpool. WHR. Whirlpool. High, low, was, is, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. 105.55. The 106s barely making you 1%. But look at the last trade, 104. Well, if the last trade was 104, well, why is the current price 105.55? And look at the spread. I hate it when they do this. Okay, 103.95 to 105.55. That's a 65-cent spread between the two. It's usually 1 to 2 cents while the market's open. Well, not very many shares are traded, only 1.5 million. Okay. All right, so that being said, whoa, Bama Rednecks in the house. All right, Hollywood Norwood. Well, we already looked at Coca-Cola earlier today. And Amazon, they don't have any dividends, so they're going to be a no. Jokester, great pattern, cool beans. So we had a whole bunch of questions to go through. Jokester, did someone cut your hair or did you intentionally get it cut? No, believe it or not, I just got out of the shower a little while ago. We're down at Mom. Yeah, it looks terrible. It's about time for a haircut again. We're down at Mom's house today trying to save a 40-foot palm tree that got blown over by the hurricane. So before we can put the palm tree back out, we had to cut all the palm fronds out and then try to figure out how the hell are we going to do it? You know, a 40-foot palm tree, that's a big sucker. Anyway, but you forgot the fellow who asked about Coke. All right, Cold Stew, I didn't. We already looked at Coca-Cola first thing this evening. Okay. I already looked at Coca-Cola earlier this evening. Target looks ready for Monday. Okay. Tom Powell, we already looked at Target today. Jerry Beard, Walgreens, WBA, Double BA. Go away, kid. You bother me. Okay. The high, the low. Where was it? Where is it? What's the direction? Up, down, sideways. 933 at this moment in time. So the closest one is going to be the 950, and that's going for 14 cents. That's well over 1%. If you like Walgreens, okay. Always, always, always ask yourself the question, do I like this company? Does this company make sense to me? Is it something I want to buy and hold on to? Because every once in a while, you're going to buy something and it's going to drop, even though everything looks rainbow and sunshine. Okay, every once in a while, the rainbow and sunshine does turn to a cloudy, rainy day. All right? But here's the thing. The longest I've ever held on to anything was 9 months. Okay, and that was Kimberly-Clark last year. So I bought me some Kimberly-Clark. It dropped. I held on to it for 9 months. It recovered. I sold it for a profit. But during those 9 months, I collected 3 dividends and over 33 premiums. So I made out very well on it, even though it did drop. Okay, so I didn't lose anything. All right, Cool Stu. Coke is around the high and 2 days from the downside, but not 1% premium. So it'll probably be a no. He's right. It is a no because we already looked at Coca-Cola. Okay. Hollywood Norwood. I already looked at Coca-Cola. It's no. No, we didn't miss Coca-Cola. Oh, damn it. Fucking do it again. Okay, look. High, low, was, is, up, down, 67. The 67 is going for 51 cents. That's a no. I already did it earlier this evening. It's not going to change between now and an hour ago. Okay, the stock went up. She pulled back. It's at 67 at the moment. The 67 is going for 51 cents a share. Coca-Cola usually never has good premiums. So it's usually always a no. NEM beat earnings, but revenue was down because the margin tight. Okay, I got it. If you have to hold one for a bit and you get a dividend, does it come from the shares or cash? Did you just really say that? You only get a dividend if you own the shares. You don't get a dividend if you have cash. Okay. Cash unless you mark reinvest. Let me read that again because his answer doesn't make sense. If you hold one for a bit and you get a dividend, does it come in the form of share? Oh yeah, you have to ask. You seriously, you do. You have to ask. Do you want your dividends as cash or as reinvest? They call it a DRIP, dividend reinvestment plan. That's where you just buy more of the shares. Yeah, Mikey T. Sony's a no. Please what? I have no idea. Coke, Amazon. I know we already did that. I don't do Amazon. Coke's a no. Badger. Oh, Jacob wants to take a look at BA. That's Boeing. BA. Did we look at Boeing last night? Wasn't it a no last night? High, low. Where was it? Where is it? Up, down, sideways, down. Now she's going up. 155.12. The 155 is going for 350, well over 1%. But here's the problem with Boeing. BA. I think Boeing may have suspended their dividends. Yeah. See that? Last time Boeing has paid a dividend was in 2020. Okay. Yeah, I know the screen's bright. I don't know how to make it any darker. PayX. PayX? What the heck is PayX? Usually when I say what the heck is PayX, it's going to be a no. PayX. Okay. Paychecks. Wait a second. PAYX. Yeah, that's a monthly. That's a no. Sorry. Andrea. Hey, James, does Xerox pay weeklies? I think it does. Okay, Andrea, you got to let me know what the ticker symbol is for Xerox. Home Advantage monthly. Oh, so you don't know what monthly means. All right. My main strategy: simple, safe, predictable, consistent, 1% per week. Covered calls. So when you buy a stock, you sell a covered call against it. It's one of the safest trading strategies there is. I had to create it for my 9-year-old daughter. Will the recent news affect McDonald's for this strategy? Of course it will. That's an unknown factor. Remember, stocks only move for two reasons: a known factor and an unknown factor. Well, who knew E. coli was going to break out at McDonald's? Well, it did. What happened? Well, stock dropped. What do you think was going to happen with news like that? Anyway, watch closely. November 15 November. Okay? That's 20 days away. 20 December, that's 55 days away. 17 January, 83 days away. These are all monthly options, which means I can only do it once a month. That is what is called a monthly optionable stock. Now this, AT&T. 1 November, well, that's next Friday. 8 November, that's 2 Fridays away. 15 November, 3 Fridays. 22 November, 4 Fridays. 29 November, 5 Fridays. 6 December, 6 Fridays away. So weekly options is something you can trade every single week. Monthly options, you can only trade them once a month. So the question I have for you, now I admit I didn't go to college, so this is not coming from any experience or any expertise whatsoever. I didn't go to college, but I do think that 52 is better than 12. I'm not sure because, I don't have a college degree, so I'm not 100% sure I qualify for answering that question. Is 12 better than 52? I don't know. I prefer 52% per year than 12% per year. That's why I don't like monthlies. For me, the numbers don't work. I like weeklies because there's 52 weeks in a year. There's only 12 months, which means I can only do a monthly once a month. A weekly, I can do it every week. All right, so that's a no. Sorry. Okay, Andre, I don't know what the ticker symbol is for Xerox. Grab some Kinder Morgan and EPD. EPD. What is EPD? KMI is a Kinder Morgan, that much I know, but EPD. Enterprise. Is that right? EPD. Didn't we look at that once before? EPD. Enterprise Product Partners. Well, look at this. They got dividends all the way down to the 2000s. All right, well, let's take a look at the numbers, okay, really quick. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 47, 48, 49, 50, 52, 53. Wow! Consistently increasing. Cool beans. So it's EPD. Alrighty then. Well, let's take a look at EPD. Here's the high. Here's the low. Here's where it was. Here's where it is. Look at what. Up, down, up, sideways. 29.20 to 29.50. So hell no. Come on. What's with that? That's a horrible premium. Sorry, dude. EPD is going to be a no. Kinder Morgan, on the other hand, KMI, is going to be no because it's at the high of the year. Okay? Going to be no because it's at the high of the year. But I will write Kinder Morgan down to take a look at it in 2 weeks. because 2 weeks, it might be ready to be jumping into. All right, let's get a page here. New page. This is the first one for 2 weeks. KMI, Kinder Morgan. All right. Oh, super microcomputers. All right, let's keep on going. Xerox, Kinder Morgan, HOG. Somebody wants to take a look at Harley Davidson. Harley Davidson dropped. Now, remember what I said that I don't like earnings reports because I've seen positive earnings where the stocks go down. Well, look at this right here. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. 5 down days in a row. Wednesday, after market hours, Harley Davidson came up with their earnings. Well, the earnings were higher than expected. So why did the stock drop all the way down? Okay, fine. It dropped all the way down. Big deal. But look, it created a 30-day bottom. Friday is 1 day of the upside. Look at the high, way up here at 40. Look at the bottom, way down here at 31.85. That's an $8 spread between the high and the low. Okay, that's 25%. Okay, so if it goes up one more day, that's an invitation to jump in. 32.36. The 32s are going for 50 cents a share. 33s are going for that. Yeah, the numbers don't look really that great at this moment in time. I would wait until Monday, because on Monday, all these numbers are going to change. Because even though the chart is in a great position, almost perfect, okay, you got one more day to the upside before it becomes a perfect position. But then you got to check the numbers, and the numbers got to work. But right now, the numbers aren't working. It's not getting me my 1% that I'm looking for. Okay, my TomTom 85, IBM, cool beans. Hey, Club Med Tom's here. IBM. Oh, Dennis wants to look at Lowe's. Did you watch for a certain? Yeah. Dennis, we're going to check at Lowe's in a little bit, so hold tight. My TomTom wants to look at IBM. IBM, high, low, where it was, where it is. Look at the movement. Up, down, up, big drop, 214. It's going to be a no, but I'm going to want to keep my eye on it. Okay, 214, the 215 is going to be 208. Okay, barely make you 1%. Look at the last 30 days. Up, sideways, big drop, 2 of them, Thursday and Friday. Okay, so Friday's the new bottom. So I like it to turn and move to the upside. Well, right now, here we are. If she turns around, goes back up again, that's where I want to jump in, only if the numbers are working. Because at 215, it's going for 208 to 249. You can barely make your 1% if you like IBM. It always comes down to that, do I like this company at this price? Because you might have to hold on to it for longer than you want. Hey, James, could you walk us through a typical scenario you encounter on Fridays? Well, the typical scenario, Tom, is I'll take a look at my current positions. Okay, so what's my current position? Well, on Riot, my current position is the $9 put. So what does Riot look like? RIOT. Okay, well, the stock closed off at 964. So that means the $9 put is going to expire worthless. I don't have to do anything. Okay, the next company, Advanced Auto Parts. $40.35. I got 2,000 shares. AAP. Whoops. All right, I'm into it at 40.35. 40.35 is up here. It's way down here. So the option expired worthless. I get to keep all that money. Now I get to write another covered call come Monday. Well, what's the covered call look like for Monday? On AAP, I'm into it at 35. No, I'm into it. What am I into it again? 40. I'm into it at 40. Okay. So I'm into it at 40, and right now, the 40s are only selling for 13 cents. Well, I'm not going to sell those because look where it is. That's 7 strikes out of the money. I like to go 3 strikes out, which would be the 38, which would be right here. So more than likely, I'll be selling the 38, and the 38's getting 42 to 52, which is going to be my 1%. So I don't always make 1%, but sometimes I make 2%, 3%. Sometimes I make 0.5%, depending on where did I jump in, where is it currently, and what is the movement. Okay, so Monday was a good day. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Look, Monday was great. It's at 41, but now it's at 36. Do I care? Not necessarily so, because I like Advanced Auto Parts. And I always adhere to my rule. Do I like Advanced Auto Parts? Well, yes, I do. Am I willing to hold on to it as long as I have to? Yes, I am. What do you think about Google, Meta, Amazon reporting earnings this week? Oh, what do you think? Ready? Here you go. Don't care, don't care, don't care. Okay, Google, not on my list for another 18 years. Meta, not on my list for another 18 years. Amazon, not on my list until they actually start paying dividends. It's strange. I don't like companies that are not willing to share their profits because I have to do a hell of a lot more work and I'm not looking forward. I'm a lazy trader. I want things to be simple and easy. Well, it is, for me, it is. Okay? If it pops up on the calendar, right? And then I check out the chart, what does it look like? Okay, well, here's the high, here's the low. Look, went up, sideways, up. Oh, 507. The 507 is going for $9. That's almost 2%. Well, that's a yes, but look where it is. Well, that brings it to a no. The numbers look good, but the chart looks horrible. Here's the high. She dropped down. Well, now I have to wait for it to find a bottom. I'm going to say somewhere down this area before she turns around and goes back up again. It's not that difficult. All right, so who said that? Spirit Awareness. Okay, again, I don't like those companies because they don't have any dividends. Rebecca Decker. Hello. May you look at Procter & Gamble in VOO. Well, I like Procter & Gamble. You're new here, so I really can't yell at you yet about VOO. But I just might. All right, here's the high, here's the low, here's where it was, here's where it is. Look at it. Straight up, pulled back, went up, pulled back again. 168.30. The 170 is going for that. The 167 is going for this. Lose the 30. Yep, nope. Sorry, the numbers just don't work. Now, do you really need me to go deeper dive into the numbers? Well, if I'm buying it at 168.30, the closest strike price is going to be the 168, but there isn't one. But there's a 167.50. But if I buy it here and sell this one, I'm losing 80 cents. Well, you take 80 cents off of this right here. Well, now I'm down to the 90s. That's not even close. So it's not 1%. So that's going to be a no. And VOO, hell no to VOO. Okay, so it looks good. Look, it has got the weekly options. The 531, the 532s are going for 4, not quite 1%. The 530s are going for 590. I lose $1.50, take $1.50 off of that. Not 3. Yeah, that's going to be a no, just the numbers alone. But wait, you're new, so you haven't seen this yet. You ready? But wait, it gets worse. It really does. I love it when people say, "Oh, I like VOO," and I say, "What the hell are you thinking?" Now, the reason I say, "What the hell are you thinking?" is let's take a look at the numbers. First and foremost, they've only been paying a dividend for 14 years. Because look, 2010. But let's check out the numbers. What are the dividends looking like? 56, 53, that's backwards. 54, 57, 58, 69, 57, backwards. 64, 69, 94, 67, backwards, 74, 79, 91, 78, backwards, 81, 88, 98, 90, backwards, 95, 109, 101, backwards, 95, backwards, 88, backwards, 130, nice jump, 1, backwards, 101, 118, 108, backwards, 116, 121, 129, 146, 139, backwards, 143, 118, no consistency whatsoever. So think of it. If you're in a position, right, and you're collecting a dividend, 1 week it's $1,000. I'm sorry, 1 month it's $1,000. Next month it's 800. Next month it's 1,100. Next month it's 650. Next month it's 9.25. Yeah, all over the place. No consistency whatsoever. But wait, it gets worse. It really does. All right, we're going to go to the summary and I'll show you what VOO pays on a yearly basis. Okay, 532.26. 1.28% for the year. Okay, Rebecca, are you seeing these numbers? Now, this screen is live on YouTube, so you can pull up your YouTube and you can look at it that way. 1.28, not for the week, not for the quarter, not for the month, for the year. You get CDs and bank accounts that pay better than this. Okay, no consistency with their dividends. Okay, not increasing. Okay, not 20 years, only 14 years of dividends. 14 years of dividends, not consistently increased, no consistency whatsoever with their profitability. And then you're getting 1.28%. That's a hell no. What the hell are you thinking? And why are you putting your money that way? Now, Luke, okay, Luke over here says, VOO is the cheapest way to buy into the S&P 500. Okay, so you're investing in the S&P 500 inexpensively. Well, what are you getting for a rate of return? 1.28% for the year. Why not? You can go, for the fun of it, let's do this, because I haven't done this in a while. Now, we're back at VOO again. I'm going to go over to right here where it says holdings. What does that mean? Well, that tells me exactly what is in it. So what is in it? All right, well, we have Microsoft, Apple, Nvidia, Amazon, Meta, Google, Berkshire Hathaway, Alphabet, Eli Lilly, AVGO. They have all those companies. So why give your money to a computer to invest in all of these companies when you could do that yourself? Peter. Peter Griffin. VOO has been good for the bull run, but looks like it's a great agreed level. Low risk if you hold. Okay, Peter, thank you for that. As I was saying, if you really like VOO, seriously, okay, why not just invest in these companies yourself? Because I can almost guarantee with 100% certainty that each and every one of these companies that are in VOO don't have the exact same dividend date. So if you buy it, collect the dividend, sell it, buy another one, collect the dividend, sell it, buy another one, collect the dividend, and sell it. Because VOO pays a dividend once per month or once per quarter? This is an important question. Once per quarter, every 90 days. So you take a look at all the stocks this company has, okay? Every 90 days, it pays a dividend. So, VOO is for growth. No, you're not wrong. its investors aren't buying for the dividends, just the low cost index. Yeah, but still, seriously, dude, you're buying for the index and it's going up 1.2% per year. Seriously, why not just put your money into government bonds? It's safer and it's paying 5%. Think about it. Does it make sense to invest your money into a place where you're losing money? You think 1.2% you're winning? No, you're not, because you get inflation. You put inflation in there, you're going backwards every year. Okay? If you want to keep up with inflation, you have to get twice as much as what inflation is. What's inflation nowadays? Who knows? You have some people say it's below 5. Yeah, some people say it's above 10. Okay? But I do know for a fact gas is a hell of a lot cheaper 5 years ago than it is now. Okay? Eggs, hell of a lot cheaper 5 years ago than it is now. Okay? I can't think of anything that costs less now than it did 5 years ago. And you take the difference between what it was 5 years ago or 4 years ago and what it is now. Okay? Because I remember the very first time I saw it, I drove up to Walmart and I'm used to getting a can of soda for 50 cents. Okay? And then it went up to 75. Not a big deal, but that's a 50% increase. Now it's $1.25. From 50 cents to $1.25, that's a 150% increase in 4 years. You cannot honestly tell me that we have a 3 or 4 or 5% inflation. Well, I'm just talking about a freaking can of soda. Okay, going from 50 cents to $1.25. Ain't no way that's a 5 or 10% increase. That's a 150% increase in 4 years. Bullshit. Anyway, let's keep on going. I don't like VEOO. The numbers are horrible. If you like 2%, fine. All right, anyway. Shit, if you ain't married, I might set you up with my mom. I'm not even going to touch that one. Teach me something. I'll teach you something. The compression ratio of a Duesenberg, wait a minute, a 1932 Duesenberg with dual turbochargers. It's 30-1. Okay, I'm not quite sure if you knew that or not. So I taught you something. There you go. Let's move on. What are you selling? I'm selling absolutely nothing. I like cool beans. I use it myself. James, did you look at NEM? Yes, we did look at NEM already. When should we buy and sell? Mindy, it all depends on what you're looking at and what your objective is. Now, Mindy, we've had this conversation before. I know absolutely nothing about you other than you've been here a couple of times. Great. Welcome back. Nice to see you again. I'm glad you're interacting and asking questions. Now, you need to have some type of a plan, some type of idea. Okay, are you a ship without a rudder that goes out in the open sea, no direction whatsoever? You got to know where you are, what your objective is, where are you flying to, where are you going to? Is this calendar and list available on Thinkorswim? Kerry Dills, how are you today? Yes, Thinkorswim, the calendar is right there. Okay, at the very top, you'll see where it says monitor, trade, analyze, scan, market watch. If you click on the market watch, you have opportunity between quotes, alerts, visualize, finance rates, and calendar. Okay, for the green dots that are in the calendar, well, you come up to this little icon right here. Click on that. Now, you can put your current positions, all account positions, company profile, social sentiment, personal. Now, these are my personal lists. I created these lists for me specifically. Okay, I like the dividend kings, the dividend aristocrats, dividend champions, companies that are over 100 years old, Warren Buffett's list, so on and so forth. I have certain lists. Then you can do anything else. Okay, percentage gainers, percentage losers, 24-hour trading, blah, 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 all this kind of nice, neat. And there's a lot of stuff to look at. There is. Okay. That being said, is the calendar part? Yes, it is part of Take a Swim. Holy bad guys, PPG, dividend incoming, season and it looks great. What say ye? What say ye? Ye say, what are we looking at? PPG. I like PPG. PPG, I held it for 6 months last year. Not my intention, but it happened. Okay, here we go. PPG. High, low, was, is, direction. Up, down, 128.48 to 129. I'm going to go for the 127s. I don't like it when they do the spread. That's a $3.50 spread. No. I'm going to go with the last price, 26.50 to 127s, 105 to 120. Not quite 1%. That means no. Sorry, dude. Let's take a look at the chart. Why are you so excited? Okay, last 30 days. Here's your 30-day bottom 30 days ago. She went up, 30-day high, back down, back up, back down, 2 days to the top side. Cool. Unfortunately, it's not giving you 1%. It's 126.45. Okay, the 126, it's going for 160. You take the 48 cents off of that, now you're at 102 or 112. No. If you like it, more power to you. I just like 1% or more. Okay, Trader Kev, we already looked at NEM. What's your best book to glean your basic strategies and implement? That would be book number 14, which, by the way, I finished back in February. I just haven't put it up for sale yet. Don't ask me why. It's just, let's call it procrastination, because I have no excuse. Seriously, I don't. I have nothing to do all day. Okay? I sit around and I play with my plants and I make bird houses and I go down my mom's and I mow her lawn and I go mow my kids' lawns too. And I just putt around. Is it called puttering or called putzing? Yeah, just putzing around. Blake Berry, how are you today? Farasetti, what's happening, Farasetti? What's some of this? This is different. Oh, that's much better. All right. Trader Kev, we already looked at NEM. Do you trade options? Alejandro, yes, I do. ¿Cómo está, señor? What platform do you use to trade? How much is each trade? Ooh, that's a good question. Martha, this here is called Think or Swim. Let's see if I can do this. There you go. Think or Swim. Charles Schwab. Yawning. I'm a little tired. I was up late last night. All right. Sweetie Swag sent me 10 roses. Oh, that's so sweet. Thank you. Oh, so how much is each trade? Oh, that's a good question. $50,000, $27,000, $21,000, $22,000, $26,000, $5,000, $12,000. Okay, so between $12,000 and $50,000. So we're average around $20,000 each, somewhere. That being said, let's keep on going. Trader Kev, we already looked at NEM. Matthew, hey James, with this style of trading, is there certain hours of the day you can execute trades? 9 a.m. until, 9:30 a.m. till 4 p.m. Why don't I sell puts? Kent, I didn't say that I didn't. Okay, I said here, live at this moment in time. This is the only trading strategy I give away for free. I have 6 different trading accounts. I share 3 of them with you. I show you all my trades. I show you how to do them. I walk you through them. Okay, it is a very profitable trading strategy. It's simple, it's safe, it's predictable, it's simple, no way to lose. Okay, I'm not selling anything. You do not need anything from me in order to do this yourself. I already told you what stocks to look at. Dividend Kings, Dividend Aristocrats, Dividend Champions, Dividend Contenders, Warren Buffett's list. That's over 300 companies. Very simply, you take the companies and you put them into the dividend calendar. The dividend calendar will separate it by when it pays its dividend. Stocks have a tendency to go up in value just before the dividend date. Bank Mellon, the 21st. If it goes up before the EX date, 2 weeks on a Monday is where I want to buy it. That gives it 2 weeks to make that move before the dividend is paid out. Okay? If I don't sell and I hold on to it, well, I'm getting a premium, a premium, a premium, a dividend, and I will continue to get a premium every single week until it hits my target price. So, oh shit, I feel it come. I had a sneeze. It was right there, almost there. Okay, anyway. So, as I was saying, what was I saying? Oh, so, as I was saying, I have lots and lots and lots of trading strategies, and I have lots of information up here. However, if I blurt out everything I know and everything I do, it's going to confuse a lot of people, and that's not my intention. My intention is showing each and every one of you a simple, safe, predictable, consistent strategy where there's no way to lose, and you can make up to 50% or more per year without any losses if you do it right. 5 simple rules. Rule number 1, never buy something you don't understand. Rule number 2, never sell at a loss, defeats the purpose. Rule number 3, make sure the company is consistently profitable. Me personally, I like 20 years of consistent profits. Rule 4, make sure there's weekly options. I want weekly cash flow, nothing but weekly cash flow. And rule 5, make sure the numbers work. What are the numbers? Well, pretty simple. Okay. Where's the current stock price at the moment? What can I buy it at? What is the closest strike price through it? Because I'm doing a covered call. That's the safest strategy there is. I'm selling that. I'm collecting the premium. Is the premium 1% or more? Great. If it is it the right time to buy? Look, up, down, up, down. Now it's turned around and now it's going back up again. Perfect time to buy. No, it is not a recommendation. No, it is not a stock tip. It's just an observation. Okay, here's your 30-day high, last high. Today is the 26th. The 25th right here was the last trading day. Well, 30 days ago was right here. 30 days ago, the 30-day bottom, 30-day high. Bottomed out, topped out, bottomed out again. Now it's going back up again. These are just observations. Okay? So when I say I teach one strategy and one strategy only, okay, not selling anything. If you want to buy something, I got plenty of things to sell, but I'm not selling you anything. If you want to buy it, go to the website and buy it. That's up to you. I'm not selling anything here. I'm showing you how to do it. Okay, I don't show everything. If I'm giving you something that gets 50% per year, just imagine what I have up my sleeves that I'm not giving away for free. I'm a nice guy, but I got to draw the line somewhere. Okay? So, that being said, let's go on. What site you go to for Warren Buffett's list? I can't find the list that includes MMC stock. Shannon, I'm not quite sure what you mean by MMC stock. Okay, how much does the dividend have to pay to cover trading fees? Well, Martha, it really depends on where you do your trading. Okay, so if you're on a mobile trading site, kind of like a what was it? Webull, Robinhood, Acorn, or whatever other mobile apps are out there, they don't have any trading fees. They have, wait a minute, they do have a fee that's called, I forget what it's called. Anyway, they don't have any trading fees except for the institution does. You know, like the stock market, you got to pay a fee for the transaction fee, not a commission. Because I think they've done away with commissions for most places. Now, Thinkorswim, I do have commissions that I got to pay there. Jason, how do you get weekly dividends? Okay, Jason, you're misinterpreting what you're reading. What you're reading is dividend investing for weekly cash flow. That's what you're reading. I don't see where you get weekly dividends out of that. It says dividend investing for weekly cash flow. Now, some companies pay a dividend once a year. Some pay twice a year. Most of them pay 4 times a year, and a small handful pay every single month. But I don't know of anyone that pays weekly. Okay, I use dividend stocks along with weekly options because I buy a dividend stock and I sell a weekly option against it to get weekly cash flow from a dividend stock. So I'm using the dividend to get weekly cash flow. It's not that it's a weekly dividend. No, it's a weekly option. Okay, so where are we now? It's getting that time of day where my eyes start to lose focus. Makes sense. I'm glad you see that, Jason. So you can go to the CBOE, Chicago Board of Options Exchange, and they will give you a list of every single stock, every single ETF, every single mutual fund, every single everything that has a weekly option. Okay, go there and then cross-reference with how consistent are they with their dividend increases. Okay, I like to do it the other way around. I like to take a look at the Dividend Kings and cross-reference those with the CBOE. All right. Zypher 1, MPC. What the heck is M? And that's not ever a good sign when I say, what the heck is that? Marathon Peat Corporation. I automatically jump over to the Yahoo Finance, MPC. Well, they do have dividends. Imagine that. Well, how many dividends do they have? 24, 23, 22, 21. Ooh. Uh-oh. 2011, 13 years. So here's a tough question. 13 years. Let's check this out. 10, 13, 18, 21, 25, 32, 36, 40, 46, 53, 58. Looks like they stalled at 58. 2020 is 58. 2021 is 58. 2022 is 58. 75, 83. Okay, not 20 years of increased dividends. Only 13 years. So that's a tough question. Do I do a company that has 13 years of dividends, or do I say no and stick with my rule of 20 years? Well, let me just give him an idea and see what he thinks. All right. 153.66 is the current stock price. So I'll be looking at the 154s. There is no 154s, but we do have a 155, and we do have a 152.50. Okay, so at the 152.50, I'm losing a $1.66. Is that right? No. 52. No, I'm losing a $1.16. So if I take a $1.16 off of this, then it's going to be a no. Sorry, it's not 1%. So 1% is $1.53, right? So at 153, so the 152.50 is going for 236. Well, I'm losing $1.16 right off the top. So if I take $1.16 off of this, okay, then I'm at 110. Why the hell would I do it at 110 if it's costing me 153? Sorry, the numbers just don't work. Now, every once in a while, they do work. But at this moment in time, this week, no, they're not working. Newmont, we already did Newmont. NEM is Newmont. Okay, we already did that one. Trader Kev. NEM, we already did. Okay, Nucor, NUE. High, low, where was it? Where is it? Up, down, 147. I'm going to do the 142s. I hate it when they do that. $6 between the two. Never happened during the trading days. A 142 is going to be 225. So those numbers work. Great. Well, let's take a look. What does the numbers look like? A year ago, 147. We topped out at the beginning of April at 202. Look at the bottom. on the 9/11. Ooh, 133.42. Okay. Last 30 days. Now this is interesting. Take a look. Last 30 days, 150. Shoots on up to 160, drops down to 140. There's the bottom right there. Thursday. Friday is 1 day to the upside. I like Friday. Victor, how's it going? Friday is 1 day to the upside. I like 2 days to the upside before I jump in. Okay, so this is a possibility for Monday, depending on where she opens up on Monday. Sweetie Swag, Xerox. I'm going to do Xerox next, okay? Because we got asked very nicely to do Xerox. We're going to do that next. All right, Sweetie Swag, we're going to do Xerox next. So hold tight. Got a question over here on YouTube. Okay, what was that question on YouTube? All the effort taking a look at questions on YouTube. Better make it weekly, not monthly. Got it. Oh, dude. Jason, I'm glad it makes sense. Okay. All right. So, Nucor. I'm going to write Nucor down for next week because I'm kind of interested in find out what it's going to do. NUE. Ooh, eyes are starting to lose focus. ADM is Archer Daniels. All right, so Sweetie Swag, XRX. XRX. No. Oh, no. Now, Andrea was looking forward to doing Xerox. Xerox is a monthly, and you know I don't do monthlies. Sorry. Hey, 86 is here. Dude, better late than never, brother. All right. What's next? ADM. ADM, Archer Daniels, Midland. All right, so ADM is a dividend king. Been around for a long time. High, low, was, is. What's the direction? Up, sideways, down. 56.50. Well, the 57s are going for 45 to 50. Oh, man. That sucks. But look at the 56s. They're going for $1. Well, if you take 50 cents off there, well, you're only making 50 cents. Still not 1%. Sorry. My TomTom. Okay, Google offers a dividend. Yeah, Norman, I get that. They do offer a dividend. Okay? Okay. Norman, are you seeing this? Google has successfully paid 2 dividends. That's it, 2. Not 20 years of dividends, what I'm looking for. Just 2. Okay, so Google has 19 and a half years to go before they're on my list. Okay? I like 20. See if I can say it slower for you to understand. 20 years, 2 decades of consistent increases with their dividends. 20 years, not 2 years. This is just 2. Okay, that's 2 quarters. That's a half a year. Well, it's got 19 and a half years to go before it makes it to my list. I really honestly don't care about Google. Seriously, I don't. Okay, Andrea, I saw that. Unfortunately, it is a monthly. Neil, at the end of each week, what determines if you write a rollover or create another option? The numbers. Okay, Neil, the numbers. Okay. We see where the stock is. Okay. We see where the numbers are. What I buy it for never changes. What I sell, what strike price I sell, well, once I sell it, that doesn't change. What does change is this right here. Stock price goes up, stock price goes down. Stock price goes up, stock price goes down. So if I'm buying it at 56.50 on a Monday, on a Friday, if it's at 56.49, I keep the stock. All right. Okay. Even if I sell the 57s And if it's at 56.99, I keep the stock. I sell another covered call. If I sell the 57s, it's at 57.01. I let it expire. I let whoever buy it from me. I'm back into cash on Monday. It's all a numbers game. I buy it, I sell it, I buy it, I sell it. I'm looking for a predictable, consistent, simple, safe 1% per week. Can you export your list of these dividend companies in? Yes, you can, Nathan. Right up here. Here. Okay. List. Export to file. See, right there. Export to file. Here's the list right here. Bank of America, General Motors, Occidental Petroleum, Coca-Cola, Mondelez, U.S. Bank, American Express, Bristol Myers Squibb, Globe Life, MMC, Bank Mellon, MasterCard, Visa, Verizon, AbbVie, blah, 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 yada, yada, yada. So on and so forth. All that nice, neat, fun stuff. It is 11:24. We got 5 minutes to go. Let me go through the rest of these questions. What software is this? It's not a software. This is a trading platform. Okay, this is where you make trades. It's where I put the stock symbol in here. This is what the stock price is. Down here is the option chain. We do what's called a covered call, where I buy the stock, I sell the option against it. I get a catch a premium every week over 1%. That's over 50% per year. Tinkering around. That's what it's called, tinkering around. Sweetie Swag. Xerox, please. Sorry about the missing ticker. Okay, Andrea, we already looked at it. It's a monthly. Sorry. See? XRX. Whoops. XRX. Xerox. See? Xerox, Andrea, look. Monthly. That's a no, because at $10, okay, the $10 is going for 65 cents. That's crazy. Holy shit. Take off 5 again, 60 cents. That's 12 cents a week. Cool beans. But where is it going to go next? Okay, hasn't even found the bottom yet. Oh, no wonder why. That's 2 weeks. That's 3 weeks out. Oh, yeah, okay, 3 weeks out. It's a monthly. I don't like monthlies, Andrea. Sorry. But I would do, look at this. I would do a put. A 10 put, 70 cents, that's a 7%. Look where it is. It's at $9.95. It's at a 30-day bottom. This thing's going to turn around, go back up, and that 10 is going to expire worthless. That's 7% free money. Yay. I'm sure would give you a list to his trading group members. Well, my trading group does get a list every Sunday night. Okay, every Sunday night, they get a list of what we're looking at first thing in the morning. He can't do everything for you for free. You got to put, yeah, see? Holy bad guys, I'm going to agree with you. Okay, so here's the thing. I'm a firm believer in those who pay attention. Those who pay more attention. Okay, it's we're below 40. Holy shit! All right, how do you write a rollover? Sweetie Swag. We can cover this one tomorrow. It's relatively simple. Okay, you just right click and create closing. Oh, wait a minute. No. Right click, create rolling order. There you go. It creates it for you. Okay, buying back the 8, selling the 15s, getting an 11-cent credit. That's no. It's not a $32 stock. I'm not going to do it. Sorry. But that's how you do it. All right, holy bad guys. James, he was asking you to export your list so that he can use it. Yeah, I got that. Okay, I appreciate you answering questions. I appreciate it. Seriously, I do. One less thing for me to worry about, and it allows me to continue taking a look at stocks for you guys. So I like it when you guys answer the questions yourself. There's a few people in here very knowledgeable. Good night, James. See you tomorrow. Hope you survive pumpkin hour. I don't even know what that is, but it is what it is. All right, you guys, I'm going to call it a night. See you guys tomorrow. Same bat time, same bat channel. You guys have a great night, and we'll make sure to see you tomorrow. Done, 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 done. End broadcast. Nathan Hall, you're welcome. Have a great night, dude. Post for 30 days. Done here. Done. Dun 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 dun. Yeah. Done here. Stop streaming.